1-2, swing and a miss, strike three. So Ryan Roland Smith strikes out Travis Buck, his first strikeout tonight. 2 outs for the A's.
Get that cable car, take you to Fisherman's Wharf, one of the great places in this city or anywhere in this country.
Love those cable cars.
I learned after I guess it was the first trip here in '07, I went looking for Fisherman's Wharf, and I went the wrong way. I wound up getting about a 6-mile walk.
Wow. Go to the water.
Yeah, but I went the other way.
There's a big rock out in the middle of the bay there. That's Alcatraz. Head for that. Here's Cliff Pennington, and a strike to him. The next pitch by Roland Smith is down low and inside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Back in 1984, because Alvin Davis was a rookie, Kevin and I and a bunch of us went to Alcatraz. Here's the pitch high and inside for ball 2, 2-1. Phil Roof took us down there. Phil at one time played for the Oakland Athletics, and we took the cable car down to the wharf. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on, popped up, foul on the first base side, and it's 2-2 on the shortstop Cliff Pennington. I wasn't inside the cable car. I was hanging on the outside. So, I mean, those cable cars go very close to one another.
Yes,
one
do.
coming up Powell, one going down,
That's
which
correct.
we were going down on Powell Street to the wharf, and all of a sudden I looked out to my left and go, whoosh, here comes another cable car.
Yep.
And Roofy said, hold on tight. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul out of play on the first base side, and the count is still 2-2 on Pennington.
I hear you. Every time I'm walking around, and it's a great walking city, and if you don't mind the hills, it's fabulous. But you always see guys doing that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to watch. Oh, look out. I do not want to watch.
Can't lean back. Here's the 2-2 again, and it's low, ball 3, full count. 3-2 to Pennington. But it's a great city. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch from Roland Smith. Swung on, line drive left field. Bradley comes up, and Milton makes the catch. That'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on after 2 innings of play here in Oakland. Mariners 2, the A's 1.
Mariners baseball
on 710 ESPN Seattle.
It's the Mariners 2 and the Athletics 1. Top half of the third here at the Oakland Coliseum. Leading things off is Ichiro. He'll be followed by Sean Figgins and then Casey Kochman against Justin Duxer. Close to third base is Kevin Kuzminoff. Ichiro, that bat pointed skyward as he waits for Duxer's pitch, and here she comes. Slow curve, and it's outside, ball 1. Duxer already with 3 strikeouts. You really have to be patient with that slow curveball. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2-0. That was a fastball. The 2-0. Swung on. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Pennington scoops, throws the first in time to get Ichiro 1 away. Kurt says, tell him Kurt Suzuki sent you. Here's second baseman. Makes his home in the Arlington, Texas area. That's our next stop on this road trip. Next pitch, a strike on Figgy, and the count is 0-2. A couple of years ago, the bench coach here in Oakland. And Kurt Suzuki had a lot of nice things to say about Wack when Don was here in Oakland a couple of years ago. Duxer taking some time, and time is called by Figgy. Steps out of the batter's box. 1 out, nobody on, top of the third. 2-1, Mariners lead Oakland. Now Figgy back up there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside, not by much. What an eye by Sean Figgins. That pitch just a little bit inside, but he takes it 1-2. 101 walks last year, led the American League. And he hit .298 for the Angels last year. All his time, and he backs out of the box, taps his heels with the barrel of his bat, steps back in. Duxer, the sign, the wind, and the 1-2. Fastball swing and a ground ball to short, charging this time is Pennington on the run. The throw to first in time, 2 outs. So 2 up and 2 down. 2-1 Mariners lead, top of the third, and here's first baseman Casey Kochman. Kochman had what turned out to be a mighty big at-bat in the top of the first inning. With 2 outs and nobody on, he walked. And Casey was on at first base when Milton Bradley hit a long home run to straightaway right field. So a big at-bat. Mariners lead 2-1. Kochman back up in the number 3 spot against the right-hander. Here's the pitch, and it's over for a strike, 0-1. So both starters now starting to zero in on the strike zone. Both Duchscherer and Roland Smith threw a lot of pitches in the first. The 0-1. Fastball just a bit outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kochman's highest at-bat total was 3 years ago, 2007, with the Angels, when he had 443 at-bats. Next pitch swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it, Mark Ellis, the throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the third for the Mariners. No runs, hits, errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the third here in Oakland. Mariners 2, the A's 1.
When you drive a
A's 2-1, bottom of the third, and center fielder Rajay Davis leads it off, and he takes a Roland Smith pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Davis singled softly into right field, stole second on the throw to second base. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for ball 2, 2-0. The throw by Rob Johnson got on by the second baseman Figgins, an error on Johnson, and Davis went to third. Here's the next pitch by Roland Smith, fastball strike, 2-1. And then Davis was able to score on a sacrifice fly to left field by Ryan Sweeney. Here's the windup and the 2-1. Fastball, swing and a line drive, fouled on the right field line up by the Mariners bullpen, and the count goes to 2-2. So these two teams will be playing some close ball games all throughout the year. Not a whole lot of pop on either side. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swung on, ground ball foul on the third base side. And it's still 2-2. They've got the good pitching. Mariners had the best ERA in the American League. The A's had the third best. But both challenged offensively, so they have to manufacture runs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, well hit. Down the left field line, and this one is going and going. Goodbye baseball. Rajay Davis, who had just 3 home runs all of last year, well, he's got number 1 this season, and it ties the game. Mariners 2 and the A's 2.
Oh, low tracer. Cleared the fence about 5 or 6 feet. Good carry on a 2-2 pitch.
All even at 2. Let's pause. For station identification, this is the Mariners Radio Network. All even at 2. Mark Ellis, the hitter, is swinging a broken bat. Ground ball to Lopez at third. Jose has it. Toss across in time to get Ellis. And there is out number 1. So Rajay Davis, a line drive home run leading off the bottom of the third. Tucks it into that left field corner. Here's Ryan Sweeney. He takes a strike, 0-1. All even at 2. Mark Ellis grounds out to third. 0-1 now the count on Ryan Sweeney. The pitch from Ryan Roland Smith. Swung on, laced into left center field for a base hit. And the A's have the go-ahead run on at first base. 1 on, 1 away, 1 run in, bottom of the third. All even at 2. Say opening Safeco Field for opening day, the home opener. Here's the pitch, and it's outside on Kevin Kuzminoff, ball 1. It'll be good to see Randy. Kuzminoff is 1 for 1 with a double down the left field line. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. It just brought up some bad memories for a couple of guys associated with the Montreal Expos at dinner time in the press room. Rick Williams is a scout now for the Yankees, and Gary Hughes is a scout, I believe, for the Cubs, but both were with the Montreal Expos organization in 1989. Here's a swing and a foul back and out of play behind the plate, and the count is 1-2 on Kuzminoff. When in 1989, the Mariners traded away Mark Langston to the Montreal Expos, and the Mariners acquired Randy Johnson, Brian Holman, and Gene Harris, who was the key to that deal. So I was just joking around, went up to Rick, and Gary Hughes was sitting next to him. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's inside and off the glove of the catcher, Rob Johnson, but holding at first base is Ryan Sweeney. 2-2 the count on Kuzminov. I told Rick, hey, I understand the Mariners just traded Mark Langston to the Expos for Randy Johnson, Brian Holman, and Gene Harris. And both looked at me, and they weren't too happy with that deal then, and they're still not happy with it now. And I said, and Gene Harris was the key to the deal, and Gary Hughes said, yeah, we really did our homework on that one. Langston was there for just a couple of months and then was gone. Here's a throw to first base, and Sweeney gets back. I said, enjoy the barbecue.
Yeah. Florcia is good, too.
Ricky's my buddy. We were in the minor leagues together in Memphis. Yeah. 2-2. Well hit down the left field line, and this one is going to be a foul ball deep into the corner, but foul off the bat of Kevin Kuzminov, and it's still 2-2 on the new A's third baseman. Back to first base goes Ryan Sweeney, who represents the go-ahead run of this game. Tied at 2-2. 1 on, 1 away. Bottom of the third. Roland Smith with a new baseball from Alfonso Marquez. Ryan taking some time. Has a sign from Johnson. Here's the pitch. Kuzminov a swing and a foul straight back. And it's still 2-2. But yeah, at the time of that trade, Langston wasn't going to re-sign with the Mariners, so the Mariners had to make a trade. They had to trademark. And when they got those guys, everybody went, who are these guys? Turned out to be a pretty good deal. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow left field. Jack Wilson going out, calling for it. Bradley coming in. Jack is there, and he makes the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Back to first base goes Ryan Sweeney. 2-2 tie. And that'll bring up catcher Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki hit by a pitch from Ryan Roland Smith in the bottom of the first inning. Fastball got him right on the back of the left arm, up around his elbow, and that really had to sting. Suzuki a home run in last night's game. Sweeney will lead at first base. Here's the stretch and the pitch. High and outside. Ball 1. Ian Snell did a real nice job for the Mariners last night. Snell went 6 innings and gave up just the 1 run. This guy's home run. Suzuki, here's the pitch. Swung on. High fly ball left field shallow. Coming up, Milton Bradley is there, and Bradley makes the catch, and that's out number 3. But the A's 1 run on the leadoff home run by Rajai Davis. His first home run of the year. And after 3 innings of play, Mariners 2, the A's 2.
In Seattle.
It's now the Mariners 2 and the A's 2 as we head to the top of the 4th inning in Game 3 of this 4-game set. Rick Riz along with Dave Niehaus and producer-engineer Kevin Kremen. Rajai Davis ties up the game for the Athletics in the bottom of the 3rd with that home run to left field. Say, Sterling Savings Bank has a relationship. He has thrown 52 pitches in 3 innings of work. He has settled down the last few innings. Milton Bradley leads off the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Fooled on that pitch. Just kind of waves at it. 0-1. But Bradley, a big hit back in the 1st inning. A 2-run home run to right field. Next pitch, swing and a foul off the catcher Suzuki. And it's 0-2. So Bradley with his first home run, first hit in a Mariners uniform. Rough night for Suzuki. He was hit by a pitch by Ryan Roland Smith, and that foul ball took a bite out of Kurt Suzuki. Home plate umpire Alfonso Marquez gives him a little breather. Now Dutcher is ready. The right-hander's 0-2 to Bradley. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Milton Bradley, one of his stops in the big leagues here in Oakland back in 2006. A little bit of 07. Here's the next pitch, and it's low. Ball 2, 2-2. Then he was traded away by the A's to the Padres that year. 06 had a good year in Oakland. That was the last year that the A's went to the playoffs, 2006. They won 93 games that year. Infield, turn around to the right side for Bradley, hitting left-handed. Dukeshire with the windup, and now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is up and away. Full count. Good news today just to see Cliff Lee throw off the mound down the right field line in the Mariners bullpen, working his way back. The 3-2 to Bradley, swing and a foul off the netting behind home plate. And it's still 3-2. That was good news. Lee starting to throw off a mound. He'll throw down in the bullpen Friday in Texas. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up on a play, third base side. Still 3-2. Cliff Lee starting the year on the DL. Eric Bedard on the DL. Bedard looked very good the other day throwing off the mound. The outfield straight away. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the first baseman. A one-hopper backhanded by Barton. He goes to the bag for the out on Bradley. One out for the Mariners here in the top half of the fourth. 2-2 tie, and here's designated hitter Ken Griffey Jr. Jr. 0 for 1. Dukeshire struck him out in the top of the first inning. Reading some of Dukeshire's comments before the ball game tonight, he said, you know what, I am nervous. I might be even a little bit scared before this game. Here's the pitch to Griffey, and a curve is low and inside for ball one. Been over a year since he last got on a mound in a big league game, going back to August of 2008. The back problems and the elbow surgery. Here's the pitch, strike on the outside corner on Griffey, and the count is 1-1. And here's a guy who's a two-time All-Star, once as a reliever and once as a starter. The windup and the 1-1 to Jr. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner. That backdoor slow breaking ball. And the count is 1-2 on Griffey. Jr. 22 years ago began his major league career here against the A's in Oakland. As a 19-year-old kid with the Mariners. Doubled to left center field off of Dave Stewart, his first major league hit. Here's the pitch, swung on, popped up into shallow right field, going out to second baseman Mark Ellis, backpedaling. He's there and makes the catch. 2 outs in the inning. 2-2 tie. And here is third baseman Jose Lopez. Lopez with a single into left field in the second inning. Jose Lopez. Off to a good start defensively at third. And a nice job at spring training, learning the position. Here's the pitch, curve, low and outside for ball one. Lopez, 25 home runs last year. Second on the ball club to Russell Brannion's 31. Brannion now with the Cleveland Indians, starting off the year on the DL. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch way outside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. In the American League today, Baltimore and Tampa Bay, the Rays win it by a score of 4-3. Yankees over the Red Sox and Boston 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball wide of third, but up with it is Kuzmanov. Straightens up, throws the first in time to get Lopez for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in Oakland. Our score, it's the Mariners 2 and the A's 2.
Computers are used.
Man for the play-by-play. Here's Dave.
Thank you, Rick, and a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as Derek Barton, a left-handed batting first baseman, steps in. And Roland Smith's first pitch to him is a fastball, but it misses down low. and a little bit inside the count. 1 ball and no strikes on Barton. To be followed by Jake Fox and then Travis Buck. And the next pitch, that fastball has the inside corner for a strike call. So the count at a ball and a strike. 62 degrees at game time. Lovely day in the Bay Area today. The 1-1 pitch and the curve this time low. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. Now the next pitch. The 2-1. And it swung on and lined into right field for a base hit. So Barton has his first hit of the year as he hits one sharply on a hop to Ichiro in right field. And Jake Fox will be the hitter. Mariners have played 23 innings so far this year, and they have not had more than 1 hit in an inning. Here comes the stretch and the pitch to Jake Fox, and it swung on, and a fly ball hit to center field, and drifting back, and then coming in a couple of steps is Gutierrez, and Franklin has the easy catch. So 1 down here in the 4th inning. And Travis Buck will be the hitter. With it 11:30 tomorrow now, Doug Pfister going after Anderson. Brett Anderson. Maybe the best stuff on the Oakland A's staff. And then the A's head for Anaheim. Mariners head for Texas. Here comes a left-hander stretch and a pitch to Buck. Swung on, line down the right field line fair toward the corner. To third base goes Derek Barton. They're going to wave him around. Here he comes. And the throw to the plate cut off. And the A's lead it by a score of 3-2. So Travis Buck doubles in Barton from first base with a shot all the way into the corner.
Ichiro had a rough time trying to get to that ball. As he got to it, he kicked the ball into the corner. He couldn't come up with the ball cleanly, and the ball went farther away. That's when the third base coach, Mike Gallego, sent Derek Barton, so he's able to score. But Ichiro had trouble trying to get that ball, kicked it away off to his left, and the A's have a 3-2 lead.
And Ichiro will be charged with an error. So Cliff Pennington the hitter now, but that was going to be a double anyway. But the run scores on the error and the pitch, and the delivery is inside to Pennington, batting right-handed, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. That's the second hit in the inning and the 5th against Ryan Roland Smith. And the big Aussie ready. The next pitch. And that's strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Now the southpaw ready, and the pitch. And that's in the dirt. Rob Johnson loses it for a second, but it's right behind him as he flips the mask off and turns around and picks the baseball up. 18,194, the official paid attendance tonight here at the Coliseum. And now the stretch. And the pitch. And it's very high this time. Ball 3, 3-1 the count. Next pitch will be Roland Smith's 70th pitch. And the pitch swung on and hit off the first baseline into the stands. Time now for the Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning box score. Milton Bradley 1 for 2 with a home run. As both Mariner RBIs had coming back in the first inning, and Lopez is 1 for 2 with a stolen base so far in this ball game for the Mariners. The pitch off the end of the bat, foul, rolling on the grass to the right side, stopping before it even reaches a warning track, and the Oakland A's ball boy comes out and picks it off the grass. 3-2. We are only in the 4th. And Smith's pitch, Ryan Roland Smith's pitch, popped up outside of first, and that baby's going to get back into the third row of seats behind the Mariner dugout. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big, muscular left-hander is set. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and again hit foul. This down the right field line. Roland Smith is fastball 88, maybe sometimes 89. He's not going to throw 93, 94 miles an hour. He's got a good change, and when he has a good change, that's probably his most effective pitch. Run a lot of breaking balls tonight. And the lefty's 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and a ground ball to third base. Right there is Lopez to glove it and throw him out. So 2 away here in the 4th inning. On the scoreboard in the American League, the Yankees get a home run from Curtis Granderson in the 10th inning. And they beat the Boston Red Sox 3-1. Tampa Bay over Baltimore 4-3. Toronto knocked off the Texas Rangers 7-4 down at the ballpark in Arlington. Here comes the pitch to Rajay Davis, and a pitch is hit into center field, shallow right center field, and Gutierrez on the run makes the easy catch to retire the side. However, the A's get a run to take the lead here in the 4th. And as we go to the 5th, it's Oakland 3 and the Mariners 2. Well, the A's have the lead now, 3-2, and 9 in a row retired by Justin Duchcher since the base hit by Lopez in the 2nd inning, and Franklin Gutierrez will step in and lead it off here in the 5th inning of play. Justin Duchcher has thrown 67 pitches, and his first delivery is a strike. Franklin Gutierrez. Duchcher's not throwing hard at all. Throwing 83, 84 miles an hour. And the pitch by the right-hander, that breaking ball way outside and off the glove of Suzuki. And the count of the ball and a strike. And now the big veteran right-hander up on top. And the Lubbock, Texas native into his wind in the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, hit down the left field line, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Travis Buck will play it on a hop and get it back in after a wide turn at first. Franklin Gutierrez will hold on with a leadoff single here in the 5th inning. And Rob Johnson will be the hitter. Friends, it's time for the Budweiser Thirst Inning. If you haven't already, it's time to sit back and enjoy with friends and family. Budweiser. Get yourself one now. Now the right-hander is set. And the pitch. There's a bunt down the third base line, but foul. 0-1.
Good idea. Kuzmanov playing back over at third base. Aaron is trying to get Goody down to second base to get the tying run into scoring position. Let's see what Don Wakamatsu wants to do now with the count 0-1 on Johnson.
Kuzmanov now is shortened up a little bit. He's even with a bag at third. And Duchcher is throw over to first base. Ooh, almost had it. Duchcher's got a real quick movement over there. Good feet movement over there.
He throws harder to first than he does to the plate.
Now the right-hander ready. And the Throw over to first base again and crawling back. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. Dukes are set. And the pitch. Pitch out that time. No dice. Nothing on for the Mariners. Dukes are getting his first start in over a year. Last start in August of '08. And Justin is set. Here comes the pitch. On the way. Fouled. Back behind home plate. 1-2 on Rob Johnson. Mariners involved in still another one-run game, losing this one so far 3-2. Lost one last night in extra innings. 53% of their games last year were one- or two-run games. A pitch in the dirt, and a great stop, not really, as Suzuki did stop it, but it rolled down the third baseline and on the wild pitch. Franklin Gutierrez is going to move into second base in scoring position. Suzuki blocked it, but then went off his body down the third baseline.
Yeah, got him right off that left shin guard and ricocheted up the line. So a break for the Mariners, and now Robbie Johnson a chance to tie up the game with a base hit.
At least Johnson will try and push the ball to the right side here. And Dutcher is ready. The 2-2 pitch to Johnson. And a breaking ball, strike three, called right at the knees. So another strikeout. And that's number 4 for Justin Dutcher. Jack Wilson struck out in the second inning. He's the hitter now, the Mariners shortstop. Dutcher delivers to Jack. Strike at the knees. The A's wearing their dark tops, their white pants tonight. Dark green tops. And the pitch. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle. That's in the center field for a base hit. So here comes Gutierrez. He's going to score, I think. The throw to the plate is cut off. He will score, and we are even at 3-3. And finally, the Mariners have more than one hit in an inning. This one, an RBI producing single by Jack Wilson, right back up the middle. And Ichiro will be the hitter. A 3-3 tie. It took 23 innings for the Mariners to get more than a hit in an inning. And lo and behold, here it comes. And got a new ball game. Here comes the right-hander. Dutcher is set, and the pitch. Ichiro backs off from the pitch high and a little bit inside. Ball one. And Dutcher with the next pitch. Ichiro takes a strike this time. Sean Piggins is on deck. Casey Kochman in the hole. And now the stretch. And the pitch by Dutcher. Swung on, ground ball toward the hole, and through on the right side for a base hit. By Ellis on his way to third, and a throw to third offline. Making it is Jack Wilson. On a ball that just got under Mark Ellis into right field. Pretty good base running by Jack Wilson.
Mariners talking about getting from first to third all spring long. That's what the Angels have done year after year after year. This base hit to right field, and Jack Wilson taking off and forcing Ryan Sweeney out there to make a good throw, but the throw was offline, and yes, indeed, Jack Wilson gets the third, and the Mariners have 3 hits in this inning.
And we'll pause for station identification on the mound.
breaking sports news first.
We got some breaking news. Shannon Dreyer.
KIRO Seattle.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out to the mound to talk to Jeff. Is up at that 80 pitch mark here, already in the 5th inning. As Sean Figgins, with runners at first and third now with 1 down, is at the plate. And Dukeshire from his stretch. The pitch instead is a throw over to first base, the fake to third. Not much of a fake to third, but Ichiro was easily back to the bag at first.
Warming up down in the bullpen day for the A's, it's all right-hander Tyson Ross, the rookie who made this ball club out of spring training.
Now the right-hander ready, and the pitch. And that's Steve Vai right over the outside corner. 1-1. And now the right-hander with the next pitch. To Figgy. Swung on, sliced into left field, fairly deep. Back is Buck to make the catch there. Tagging, coming in, is Jack Wilson, and the Mariners have the lead 4-3. Sacrifice fly. Off the bat of Sean Figgins. Figgins picks up his first Mariner RBI. And Casey Kochman will be the hitter. Tyson Ross, a local product, throwing down in the bullpen for the A's. Here's the throw over to first base. Wearing number 66. That's a number that was given him in spring training. Somebody said, "What? How come you wear 66?" He said, "Well, I went 6 for 6 once." And now the long look down and the pitch. Instead, another throw over to first base. And Ichiro crawling back to the corner of the bag. The Mariners snapping a string of 9 in a row retired with the leadoff base hit by Franklin Gutierrez here in the 5th. And the Dukeshire pitch. And the breaking ball strike over the outside corner. 1-1 to count. Dukeshire again, a peek over at Ichiro. And the right-hander's pitch. Fastball too far inside this time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dukeshire, the 1-1. And that is a strike on the outside corner. Again, another little 81-mile-an-hour pitch. But right over the outside corner to Casey Kotzman. Justin Dukeshire set. And the pitch to Kotzman. Breaking ball down in the dirt this time. And a good stop by Kurt Suzuki. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Kotzman with a new baseball, standing off to the right on the grass. And now up the side of the hill. Leans down on that left knee to get the sign. And goes to his stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball hit to second base. Right there to take it is Ellis. And he throws him out, but the Mariners get a couple to take the lead in this ball game. Here in the 5th, the Mariners 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a man. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th, it's the Mariners 4, the A's 3.
The world is full of perfect...
steps in, the A's second baseman, and the Aussie's delivery to him is a good fastball across the heart of the plate for a strike called. 0-1 the count on Ellis. 0 for 2. Ryan Sweeney to follow, and then Kevin Kuzminoff at the next pitch. And that breaking ball is down low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, looped down the right field line for a base hit. Going to go for at least 1, and he'll hold on with a leadoff single as Ichiro digs it out. Time now for the Farmers Friendly Review. In life, things happen. Are you ready? We'll get to know a farmer's agent today. Call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com because ready feels good. Renner's got a couple in the first inning on the home run from Milton Bradley, his first Mariner home run. And the A's scored 1 in the bottom of the first. The pitch is down low to the left-handed batting Ryan Sweeney, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes, but they scored 1 in the third to tie it, take the lead in the fourth with a run, and a move over to first base. And then the Mariners have just picked up 2 in the top half of this inning to lead it 4-3. We're in the fifth. And Roland Smith is pitched. That fastball too high and inside. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. And the southpaw's next pitch. That is in and over for a strike. 2-1. Kevin Kuzminoff next. And the pitch on the way. And a swing and a broken bat. Slow ground ball. Hits his shortstop. Underhand there for the force out. Barely on the sliding Mark Ellis. Good play by Jack Wilson. Figgins' only thing to do, get out of the way. So we get the force, 6-4. By the way, congratulations to Don Nelson. Nelly, the coach of the Golden State Warriors. Warriors beating Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. Don Nelson is 1,333rd NBA victory, the all-time record, surpassing Lenny Wilkins. So congratulations to Nelly tonight. Here's Kuzminoff and a swing and a foul straight back. 1-1. And now the southpaw is set. And the pitch. And a ground ball fouled on the third baseline. And a broken bat. So a new bat brought out.
That's a good sign right there. Ryan Roland Smith coming inside, busting Ryan Sweeney's bat on that fielder's choice, and now coming back inside and breaking the bat of Kuzminoff. Got to be able to pitch inside. That's what Ian Snell did very effectively last night, going 6 strong innings. Pitched inside.
And Roland Smith, the pitch. Swung on, lined into left field. That wasn't inside. That was right out over the plate. And Kuzminoff laces it into left field. He's 2 for 3. And Kurt Suzuki is the hitter. Suzuki hit by a pitch in the first. And he's popped to left field. Over 18,000 on hand to watch this one. Temperature in the high 50s now. And now Roland Smith is set. The pitch. It's too high. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan checking his runners one more time. The pitch. Swing and a foul back. Right back behind home plate. A ball and a strike. Roland Smith looking around, and as he does so, Rob Johnson walks out in front of the plate onto the grass. Has something to say. Smith working from the first base side of the rubber. Roland Smith is. And now the Aussie set. The 1-1 pitch. Too high. Ball 2, 2-1. We're in the fifth. And Roland Smith's pitch. And that's outside. Ball 3. 3-1 to count. Derek Barton. A tough out is on deck. And the pitch. And that's high, ball 4, and they're full of them. There's an athletic at every base. Roland Smith walks his first man, but he's hit a man. And here comes Derek Barton, and this man with a great eye. You've got to throw him a strike.
Activity down on the Mariners bullpen as right-hander Sean White begins to warm up.
Mariners clinging to a one-run lead. Here comes the stretch and the pitch on the way. Way outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And time call. Here comes Rick Adair for a visit with Ryan Roland Smith. And this visit to the mound brought to you by Pacific Office Automation. Just like Pacific, problem solved. We hope the problem's solved after Rick Adair leaves the mound, because it is a problem. The sacks are full of A's.
Yeah, it's a big problem. He was coming inside, but now everything is up from Ryan Roland Smith. His pitch count up to 91. He's got to locate down and away, get that ground ball.
Sweeney, Kuzminoff, and Suzuki third to first. The pitch. And that's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. And time called by the home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Now time back in. Smith kind of fussing at the mound. Roland Smith. And Ryan is set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball hit to left field, deep in the left field corner, and Bradley goes down to try and make the catch. He can't do so, and did make the catch out there in deep left field. He did make the catch out there to backhand the ball.
Yeah, that ball was slicing away deep down the left field line. It kept getting farther and farther away, but Milton Bradley was able to catch up to it, reach out, backhand the ball. He made an outstanding running catch, but Ryan Sweeney with an opportunity to tag, and he scored easily from third base. But what a catch by Bradley deep down the left field line.
Bradley full tilt to make that. It goes as a sacrifice fly. We are even now at 4-4. And Kuzminoff goes from second to third. And Jake Fox is the hitter. Here's a pitch to Fox, and it's a strike on the inside corner. 1-1. Milton Bradley's made a couple of outstanding defensive plays tonight. And the pitch. Swung on and popped out of play off the first base side. 0-2. The next pitch. Swung on, ground ball hit to Jack Wilson, and he gets the force out at second base on Kurt Suzuki, but a struggle, and one up on the board here in the fifth for the A's enough to tie it. As we go to the sixth, all even, 4-4. Another game all knotted up at 4-4 here at the Oakland Coliseum as we go to the sixth inning of play. The two starters still out there. Justin Duxer for the Mariners, Ryan Roland Smith. Justin Duxer for the A's, Ryan Roland Smith for the Mariners. And for the play, here's Rick.
All right, thank you, Dave. And Milton Bradley having a heck of a game tonight. Leads things off, and he takes a look at the first pitch for ball one. Bradley back in the first inning, a two-run home run. Here's the next pitch, curved strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Bradley with an outstanding catch deep down the left field line in the bottom of the fifth inning. And the ball hit by Derek Barton turned out to be a sacrifice fly. Here's the next pitch, and it's low and inside for ball two, 2-1. Bradley, Griffey, and Lopez for the Mariners here in the sixth inning. Duxer has thrown 90 pitches. Here's the windup, and number 91 on the way, and it's a curve down and in. Ball three, 3-1 the count on Bradley. You got to think Duxer is going to throw that fastball. His fastball about 84, 85. Milton ready. Duxer the windup and the 3-1 pitch, and it's a fastball, and it's low for ball four. So Milton Bradley, a leadoff walk here in the top of the sixth inning, and let's see, that is walk number 2 given up by Duxer. Walk number 1 to Kochman came around to score on Bradley's home run in the first. Here's designated hitter Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 2 on the night. But he was 1 for 3 a couple of nights ago with a double in the opening game of the season. Bradley a lead at first base. Held on by Barton. Here's the set. And the Duxer pitch to Griffey. It's outside, ball 1. Junior looked down at third base coach Mike Brumley. These guys were teammates back in 1990 when Brumley was a shortstop of the ball club. Junior then in his second season in the big leagues. Pitch to Griffey, swung on, one hopper back to the mound. Duxer's throw to second, 1, the relay to first, and it's in time for the double play. 1-6-3 the double play. They get Bradley at second and double up Griffey at first base. So 2 outs for the Mariners here in the top half of the sixth. 4-4 tie. Say on Friday, April the 16th, when the Mariners open up a 3-game series with the Tigers. The first 30,000 fans receive a Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead thanks to UW Medicine and FSN. It's the first of 3 Griffey bobbleheads this year. This one celebrates his rookie year. Here's the pitch to Jose Lopez. Swing and a line drive base hit into left field. So Lopez is on at first base, and the Mariners have the go-ahead run back aboard here in the sixth. 4-4 tie. So for tickets, visit mariners.com/bobble. Friday, April the 16th, Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead night. Remember, the Mariners home opener coming up on Monday, April the 12th against these Oakland A's. 3-game series with the A's and an off day on the 15th, and a 3-game weekend series coming up against the Tigers, and then 3 with Baltimore, that opening homestand of the season. 4-4 tie. Lopez at first base, 2 outs, top of the sixth. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. The stretch and the pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Goody got things going in the 5th inning with a base hit to left field. That was the first inning this year. Took 24 innings, but the Mariners finally got their first inning with more than 1 hit. They had 3 hits in the 5th. Here's the stretch and the 0-1 on the way. Gutierrez takes way low and outside for ball 1-1-1. More activity down to the bullpen for the A's. A left-hander warming up down to the pen, Jerry Blevins, along with a right-hander, Tyson Ross, the rookie. Lopez a lead at first. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Gutierrez a swing and a pop foul out of play on the first base side. And it's 1-2 on Franklin. Gutierrez steps out of the box, taps the heels of his spikes with the barrel of his bat to look down at Brumley coaching at third. Now steps back in to face Dukeshire. This will be his 99th pitch. He's got 2 outs here in the 6th. Lopez again to lead at first. Here's the pitch to Franklin, low and outside with a curveball in the dirt, down to second. Lopez, the throw by Suzuki, not in time. A wild pitch, and Jose Lopez, heads up play, takes off. The ball wasn't that far away from the catcher, Kurt Suzuki, but he read it nicely as the ball got away from Suzuki. Lopez took off. It was low and outside with a curveball, and Lopez gets himself into scoring position. The go-ahead run on at second base, 4-4 tie. As the count evens on Gutierrez at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dukeshire leans in, he has the sign to set. And the right-hander's 2-2. Gutierrez takes down and away. Ball 3, full count. On deck, catcher Rob Johnson. Mariners 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. The A's tonight 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Everything has been close in the opening 3 games of the year here at Oakland. Dukeshire ready. A look back at Lopez and the 3-2 to Gutierrez, swinging a ground ball, base hit back up the middle into center field. Lopez running third, heading home. Davis' throw to the plate, way offline, cut off by the first baseman Barton, diving to his right. Jose Lopez scores from second on an RBI single with 2 outs by Franklin Gutierrez, and it's now the Mariners 5 and the A's 4. Gutierrez with a clutch 2-out RBI single, and here comes Bob Guerin out of the dugout, the manager for the A's, to get the right-hander Tyson Ross getting ready to make his major league debut. Mariners lead 5-4, top of the 6th, 2 outs, 1 on. We'll be right back after this word from Washington.
ESPN Seattle.
Well, the big right-hander, just a kid, Tyson Ross, will take over in relief. He went to high school right here in Oakland, playing in his own backyard, gets ready for his major league debut. Mariners now lead the A's 5-4. Gutierrez on at first base, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning, and Rob Johnson is the hitter. There goes the base runner, pitch on the way, swing and a miss, throw down to second by Suzuki, and Gutierrez is safe at second base. His first stolen base of the season. Great jump on Ross, so they test him right away. And the count is 0-1 on Rob Johnson. Tyson Ross, only 22 years of age, 6'6", 225, right here out of Oakland, California. Second round pick in the 2008 draft by the A's. He looks in to get the sign. Long hesitation. Rob Johnson still waiting. Johnson 0 for 2 on the night. Here's the set. And the 0-1 pitch to Robbie, high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Mariners trying to pick up another run. They lead by 1. 5-4 on the RBI single with 2 outs by Gutierrez. Johnson a home run a couple of nights ago. The outfield straight away for the A's. Ross leans in. A look back at second, and the 1-1 to Johnson. Swinging a foul back behind the plate, and it's 1-2. For Ross, this is only his 3rd year in pro ball. As he signed in 2008, appeared in just 6 games at Class A Kane County. Then he was at Stockton and Midland last year, and here he is in the big leagues. Local kid pitching for the A's. Gutierrez again a lead at second base. Here's the set by Ross, and the pitch to Johnson. Swing and a miss. Robbie chased the pitch down and away for strike 3, and that will end the inning. But the Mariners get a run to take the lead, and we go to the bottom of the 6th there in Oakland. Our score, the Mariners 5 and the A's 4. at a time. AM, PM, too much good stuff. So Sean White taking over from Ryan Roland Smith. Travis Buck leading off. And he takes down low for ball 1. Roland Smith goes 5 innings. Gave up 4 runs, 3 earned on 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 1, and threw a ton of pitches, 95 pitches. White back, the 1-0. Buck a swing and a pop-up on a play. On the third base side, 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners, the go-ahead run, top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Franklin Gutierrez singled in his center field, and that scored Jose Lopez. Lopez with 2 outs singled. Key play. He went to second on a wild pitch from Duxer. Here's the pitch, and it is low to Buck. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. That's what the Mariners did a couple of nights ago. They took advantage of 4 Oakland errors to win that game 5-3. Next pitch, and Buck takes low and inside. Ball 3, 3-1. Sean White appeared in the opener 2 nights ago when only a third of an inning, gave up a couple of hits. No runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Sean looks in, ready, the windup, and the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air and deep into right center field. Gutierrez going back to the 1-8 track, and he's there and makes the catch. Deep right center field, the ballpark holds it, and Goody catches it. 1 away. Bottom of the 6th inning, Mariners lead 5-4, and let's pause. For station identification, this is the Mariners Radio Network.
And Mike in the morning.
KIRO Seattle.
Here's shortstop Cliff Pennington, and he takes a strike from White. 0-1. (5-4) Mariners, bottom of the 6th. Nobody on for the A's. And that'll bring up center fielder Rajay Davis. Say joined Matt Pittman and Shannon Dreyer after the ball game tonight. They'll have interviews, comments from Don Wakamatsu, analysis, and you. Text your questions and comments to 710-710, powered by Comcast, on the postgame show. Rajay Davis, 2 for 3 with a home run. Here's the pitch by White. Inside. Ball 1. Sean looks in, gets a sign from Johnson. Now the 1-0 pitch is a fastball sinker down and in. Ball 2, 2-0 to the count. On deck, second baseman Mark Ellis. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fastball, that's inside again. Ball 3, and he's way behind Davis. 3-0. White to the backside of the mound, takes a pinch out of the rosin bag. Back on top of the hill. Into the windup and the 3-0 pitch. It is a fastball for a strike. Davis taken all the way. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third, off to his left. Lopez, he's got it. The throw to first, and it's in time to get Davis for out number 3. A 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th inning for the Oakland A's, and we go to the top of the 7th. It's the Mariners 5 and the A's 4. Seventh inning from the Oakland Coliseum. The Mariners leading the A's by a score of 5-4. Leading it off for the Mariners shortstop Jack Wilson, who had a big RBI single in the 5th inning. That drove in Franklin Gutierrez. Here's the windup by Ross, and he misses up and in with a fastball. Ball 1. Tyson Ross, major league debut, grew up right here in Oakland, and he struck out Rob Johnson, the first batter that he faces in the big leagues, for the final out in the top of the 6th inning. Next pitch, a strike on the outside corner. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 1-1 on Jack. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Mariners the last couple of innings finally bunching up some hits. Next pitch, swinging a foul off the shin guard catcher Kurt Suzuki, and it's 1-2. The Mariners 2 runs on 3 hits in the 5th and 1 run on 2 hits in the 6th inning. Center fielder Rajai Davis way over into right center field for Jack, a right-handed hitter. Ross delivers low and outside with a slider down and away, ball 2. 2-2. Jack steps back in, wears number 2 on his back, waves that bat around. Ross in with a sign from Suzuki, and the 2-2 on the way. Fastball is up and in, and Wilson almost walked into it. 3-2. Ichiro's on deck, followed by Sean Figgins. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, pop up, foul, first base side. A lot of room over there, but this one is going to find the seats. Out of play, and it's still 3-2 on Jack Wilson. We had 10,090 for last night's ball game, and tonight 18,194. We had 30,686 for the opener 2 nights ago. The A's looking for a new home and have been for a while. They want to go to San Jose, but right now that's the territory of the San Francisco Giants. 3-2 pitch to Wilson, and it's high for ball 4. So Jack Wilson draws a leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th inning from the rookie right-hander Tyson Ross. And here is Ichiro. Ichiro is 1 for 3 and a single to right field in the 5th inning. A's are looking for Ichiro to lay down the bunt. Close to third base is Kevin Kuzminoff. Barton is playing at the bag to keep Wilson close. Now the set by Ross. Here's the pitch, and Ichiro takes a fastball strike, 0-1. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Ichiro not showing bunt. With the third baseman close, Ichiro loves to shoot the ball the other way off to the left side of the third baseman. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So there's already a pretty good gap between the third baseman and the shortstop Pennington. And when the infielder comes in close, the third baseman comes in close, and makes that gap even wider. Here is the set, and the 1-1 swung on, ground ball back up the middle. Pennington with a dive, shovel toss over to Ellis, the second baseman at the bag for the force on Jack Wilson. Holy smokes, what a play by the shortstop Cliff Pennington to rob Ichiro of a base hit. Hot shot, ground ball up the middle. Pennington diving way to his left, and the backhanded flip over to Ellis at second. 1 on and 1 away. A 6-4 fielder's choice for Ichiro as they get Wilson at second base. We've seen some fine plays defensively in this series. 1 on, 1 away. 5-4 Mariners lead, top of the 7th. And here's Sean Figgins. The stretch and the pitch. Up and away, not by much. Ball 1. Figgins with a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. At the time, gave the Mariners a 4-3 lead. Here's the stretch and the next pitch. Swung on, fouled on a play on the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. The A's would come back to tie it with a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. And then the Mariners got the lead back in the 6th inning when Jose Lopez scored on a single with 2 outs by Franklin Gutierrez. Ichiro lead at first. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Swung on, fly ball into shallow left center field on the run. Rajai Davis gets there, and he makes the catch. So 2 outs in the inning, a lot of hang time, and Davis, who covers a lot of ground, has excellent speed, comes in to make the catch. Say, Major League Baseball, People Magazine and the Mariners are looking for individuals who make a difference in our community. 30 everyday All-Stars will be honored at the 2010 All-Star Game coming up in Anaheim. To nominate, go to peopleallstars.com. There's a lot of great folks in our community that do so much for so many needy people. Here is Casey Kochman. Over to first base, a toss by Ross to get Ichiro back to the bag. Not a bad spot if he can get a good jump and try to steal off of Ross. Here's the set by Ross. Here's the pitch to Kochman, and it's high and outside, way outside. Good stop by the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Ball one. Ichiro, a lead at first base. 5-4 Mariners. They have been out hit by the A's 8-7. Ichiro again a lead at first. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Kochman takes inside. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Kochman has a good eye at the plate. Now you got a guy out there probably throws a fastball, slider, curveball change at 2-0. Kochman is looking for just one pitch, the fastball. The set by Ross. And the 2-0 pitch. It is a strike called. 2-1. That may have been the slider. He didn't get the fastball. Ross very impressive during the spring, making this ball club out of spring training. 1 on, 2 outs, top of the 7th, the stretch and the pitch. Kochman a swing and a pop-up in behind third base on the outfield grass and left near the line. Kevin Kuzmanoff, the third baseman, is there to make the catch for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. 7th inning stretch time. We head to the bottom of the 7th here in Oakland. It's the Mariners 5 and the A's 4. Seventh inning, Brandon League takes over in relief. Mark Ellis leads off the inning, and he takes down low for ball 1. League got the win in relief a couple of nights ago in the 5-3 victory over the A's. Here's the stretch, and the right-hander's 1-0 pitch. Ellis looks at it low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. So Brandon League, his second appearance in relief in a Mariners uniform. Last year, appeared in 60-plus games out of the bullpen of the Toronto Blue Jays. The stretch and the 2-0. It's in there for a strike, 2-1. Sean White, 1 scoreless inning, a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th. Ryan Roland Smith is still the pitcher of record. He went 5. The set and the 2-1. Ellis swung on, line drive, left center field for a base hit. Bradley over to cut it off. The turn at first by Ellis. He'll stay there. Milton gets to it, gets a throw back in. So right away, the A's have the tying run at first base. Say, follow the Mariners on your BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, or iPod Touch with MLB.com at Bat 2010, featuring play-by-play video highlights and live audio broadcasts. Visit Mariners.com today on your BlackBerry, Android, iPhone, or iPod Touch for more details. Here's right fielder Ryan Sweeney. Ellis, the lead at first base. And now League steps off, and he looks Ellis back to first. Off the line at third base near the cut of the grass is Jose Lopez for Sweeney, a left-handed hitter. Here's the stretch, and now Brandon steps off again and looks Ellis back to the bag at first. A's a run in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. Mariners 2 in the first, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Lead 5-4, the set. And now Brandon League, his pitch to the plate. It is low and outside, ball 1. Ryan Sweeney, sacrifice fly in the first. He has singled and was safe at a fielder's choice and eventually scored a run in the fifth. .293 hitter last year. League ready. Long hesitation, and here's the pitch. It is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Sweeney looked down at third base coach Mike Gallego of the A's. League with a fastball, slider, and a splitter. Looking for a ground ball right here. The set and the 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Fastball at 95 miles an hour, and it's 2-1 on Sweeney. Mariners have some power arms that come out of the bullpen. Ardsmith throws 94, 95. Mark Lowe throws 96, 97, 98. League throws 95, 96. Here's the set. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside. Ball 3, 3-1. So Brandon falling behind Ellis gave up the base hit, and now he's way behind Ryan Sweeney. 3 balls and a strike on deck. Kevin Kuzminov. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-4 Mariners lead. Here's the set. And the runner stays, swinging a foul ball down the left field line and out of play. Full count on Ryan Sweeney, 3-2. Pretty good break, but a fake at first by Mark Ellis, who went back to the bag. League with a new baseball from home plate umpire Alfonso Marquez. 18,000 making some noise here at the Oakland Coliseum tonight here in Game 3 of the 4-game series. Ellis will lead at first base. Here's the stretch by League. Runner goes 3-2, swinging a ground ball to third. Up with the ball is Lopez on the run. The throw to first is in time to get Sweeney for the first out of the inning, but by sending Ellis, he gets down to second base. So now the A's have the tying run on in scoring position with 1 out. Jose Lopez making a nice play, coming in and circles around that ball and gets his feet in the right spot to make the strong, accurate throw to first base. 1 on, 1 away. And here is third baseman Kevin Kuzminov. Kuzminov tonight is 2 for 3 with a single, a double. He has also popped up to Jack Wilson in shallow left field toward the line. And on deck is Kurt Suzuki. So League taking some time, bends at the waist. Glove hand on that left knee as he gets a sign from catcher Rob Johnson. Ellis, the tying run at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike, 0-1. League will look back at second baseman Sean Figgins as they try to keep Ellis close at second. Figgins is doing his best to break in behind the runner. Here's the stretch, and now League just steps off as Ellis is bouncing off the bag at second base. You got to keep your eyes on the runner at second, but you can't lose your concentration with the hitter. Can't afford to make a mistake with the tying run at second, and now time is called. Catcher Rob Johnson goes out to have a talk with League. They change up the signs with Ellis on at second base. Kuzminov off to a good start with a bat for 2 hits tonight. He is now 4 for 11 to start the year after he hit .255 as a San Diego Padre last season. So now Kuzminov steps back in. Johnson back behind the plate to throw out the signs for League. Brandon is ready. 1 on, 1 away. Tying run at second. Here's the set. And the 0-1 pitch is inside on Kuzminov for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. A's 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Bottom of inning number 7. League a look back at Ellis. Here's the stretch, and now the 1-1 pitch to Kuzminov on the way, and it's inside for ball 2. 2-1. And again, time is called as Rob Johnson heads out to the mound. Have another talk with League. Adam Moore got the start last night in game 2 of the series, working with Ian Snell, and he also had a chance to work with Kaneko Teixeira late in the game, extra innings last night. He went out there a few times to talk with Teixeira, making his major league debut to settle him down. League ready. And the 2-1 pitch. Kuzminov a swing and a broken bat. Ground ball to third baseman Jose Lopez. Sidesteps the broken barrel of the bat. Throws the first. And it's in time to get Kuzminov. The barrel of the bat went out with the ball. And Lopez, great concentration, makes the play for the second out of the inning. And Ellis stays at second.
Actually, that bat hit him right on the shoe as he was throwing it. Just barely got it.
So the bat was right there at his feet, and Lopez makes a fine play, staying with the ball. So 2 outs in the inning. Heck of a play by Lopez. And here is catcher Kurt Suzuki. Again, Ellis will lead at second base. League trying to get out of trouble, and time is called again as Rob Johnson goes out to have another talk with Brandon League. Kurt Suzuki has been hit by a pitch. He has flied out to Bradley in left field and walked his last time up in the 5th inning. He is a tough little out. Suzuki, a .274 hitter last year with 15 home runs. 5-4, Mariners on top. League ready. Here's the set by Brandon. Checks in with Ellis, and now the pitch on the way to Suzuki. Misses, down and away. Ball 1. On deck, first baseman Derek Barton. And now Johnson pops off from behind home plate, stands up as Suzuki gets out of the batter's box. Whole lot of thinking going on. The outfield for the Mariners straight away. Bradley in left, Gutierrez in center, Ichiro in right. The set. And the 1-0 pitch outside, way outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Mark Ellis led off the inning with a base hit to left field. And Ryan Sweeney and Kevin Kuzminoff both ground out to Lopez at third base. League ready and the 2-0. High and inside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. League, little walk to the right side of the mound, rubs up the baseball, walks up the side slope, plants that back foot in front of the rubber. Here's the set. And the right-hander's 3-0 pitch on the way. Kurt Suzuki takes a fastball for a strike. 3-1. Mariners and the A's wind down this 4-game series to open things up tomorrow afternoon. Doug Fister against Brett Anderson. Then it's on to Texas for 3 with the Rangers. The home opener coming up on Monday, April the 12th, against the A's. League ready, looks in, has a sign from Johnson. And the 3-1 pitch is swung on, line drive, base hit, fair, down the left field line, in toward the corner. Ellis running third, he'll score. Game tied at 5. Into second base with a 2-out RBI double goes Kurt Suzuki. It's the Mariners 5 and the A's 5. So Kurt Suzuki drills a double down the left field line, and Mark Ellis scores easily from second base. Tied at 5-5, and now the Athletics have the go-ahead run on in scoring position. Here is first baseman Derek Barton. Suzuki a big hit last night, and now a big hit tonight. He's at second base. This one going back and forth all night long, this stretch. And the pitch to Barton, it is low, ball 1. So Brandon League continues to walk that tightrope tonight. Barton singled and scored a run back in the 4th. A sacrifice fly in the 5th. He's flied out to right back in the 1st. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up and out of play on the third base side, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners had the lead 2-0. The A's tied it at 2. The A's had the lead 3-2. The Mariners had the lead 4-3. The A's tied it at 4. The Mariners had the lead 5-4. And now the A's have tied it at 5-5. 1 on, 2 outs, and a run in. Bottom of the 7th inning, the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch outside on Barton. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Barton put together a very solid spring for the A's to win that everyday job at first base. And the A's at the very end of the spring cut Jack Cust right before opening day, who led the team in home runs the last 3 years. Here's the stretch. And now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play in the third base side, and the count is even on Barton at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon League rubs up a new baseball. He has thrown 23 pitches here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Roland Smith started, went 5. He threw 95 pitches. Sean White a scoreless sixth. And now the A's with a run off the lead here in the bottom of the seventh inning. 5-5 tied the set. And the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Jack Wilson sliding stop, pops up, throws the first, and he got him. Holy smokes, what a play by Jack Wilson, and that will retire the side. Put a little star next to that one if you're scoring with us. Derek Barton is out at first base, and the go-ahead run is stranded at second. But the A's in the seventh get a run to tie. We go to the top of the eighth. Mariners 5 and the A's 5. For the eighth here in Oakland, a 5-5 tie for the play-by-play. Here's Dave.
Milton Bradley leads it off, and Tyson Ross's first pitch misses high and outside. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Bradley's had a great night. Home run, a couple of outstanding catches, and a 2-run home run in the first inning. Tyson Ross's next pitch on the way to him, and that breaking ball misses low. Ball two, 2 balls and no strikes. Tyson Ross not only went to high school here in Oakland, he matriculated right down the street at the University of California, Berkeley. 22 years of age, and the pitch on the way. The 2-0 inside, ball 3. Strikes on Milton Bradley. Ken Griffey Jr. to follow, and then Jose Lopez in this 5-5 tie. The 3-0 pitch to Bradley, and it's a strike this time. On the inside corner, Bradley taking all the way. 3-1, 18,000 fans on what has turned out to be somewhat cool evening, but a nice evening down here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Bradley. Swung on, and a ground ball hit up the first baseline. Fair, picked up there by the first baseman, and Derek Barton takes it to the bag. So 1 down here in the 8th inning, and Junior will be the hitter as we pause for station. Has dreamed of exactly this moment. Right on the outside corner. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Ross wearing number 66. The outfield straight away for the A's, and they're deep for Junior. And Tyson, just as he starts into his wind, steps back off for a second, as if to say, my gosh, look who I'm facing. Junior hadn't called time. Here comes Ross into his motion. And the 1-1 pitch. Junior takes low this time and off the glove of Kurt Suzuki. Ball 2. 2-1. Got some action out of the bullpen for the A's now, as the right-hander gets up and starts to throw out there. Tyson Ross's pitch to Junior, swing and a miss to the fastball right on by at 90 miles an hour. 2-2 the count on Junior. Ross looking down, a 6'6" right-hander into his motion, and the pitch. Swing and a foul by Junior, just barely got a piece of it at the plate. And Suzuki immediately running out to the mound and saying something to the youngster. Tyson Ross makes his home in Berkeley now. Second round draft choice of the A's a couple of years ago. And he's been outstanding. He has not given up a hit. Brad Ziegler, a right-hander, getting up, starting to throw. Here comes the 2-2 to Junior. Swung on and hit high off the third base side. And back into the crowd down that way. 2-2. And now the Tyson Ross wind and the next pitch to Junior. Too high this time. 3-2 before they put that monstrosity out there in center field. This used to be kind of a pretty stadium. They had a pretty ice plant out there in center field, and it's in bloom around the stadium outside. We notice coming in the purple flowers of the ice plant. Here comes the wind and the 3-2 to Junior. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Junior down on strikes. And maybe foul tipped the ball into the catcher Suzuki's glove. Wells Fargo's efforts in the community go beyond banking. They actively support numerous community projects, from financial literacy programs like hands-on banking to helping build homes with Habitat for Humanity. That's how Wells Fargo gives back to our community. Wells Fargo, together, we'll go far. There's a breaking ball to Jose Lopez for a strike. This young man, very impressive. The gangly right-hander's one strike pitch. Swing and a miss to a fastball right on by, 94 miles an hour. 0-2. He reached back and really got something extra on that pitch. And Tyson Ross is wind and the pitch on the way. And it's a little bit high and outside. Got another digit up there. That was 95 miles an hour. So the kid running on adrenaline is getting it up there. Got some smoke. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. And a slider that time just missed low and outside. 2-2. Two outs, nobody on. Here in the eighth of a 5-5 tie. Tyson Ross is wind in the pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back behind home plate. 2-2. And Kurt Suzuki giving the youngster some encouragement as he walks out to the mound and says something to him as Ross goes back on the grass, back beyond the pitching circle.
You can see why the A's like this kid, not only because of his stuff, but his poise on the mound.
Absolutely. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul off to the right this time. And out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Where's number 66 on his back? Now the wind and the pitch on the way. And that slider barely missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. And Tyson with the payoff pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit, left center field. So again, another base hit for Jose Lopez, his 3rd of the night. The Mariners with 2 outs have the potential go-ahead run on at first base, and Franklin Gutierrez will be the hitter. Gutierrez has 2 hits. He scored a run. He also has a stolen base. Drove in the go-ahead run at that time in the 6th inning that gave the Mariners the 5-4 lead. And Bob Guerin out there at the mound, or is that Kurt? It's Bob Guerin. It's Kurt. It's Kurt Young, the pitching coach, talking to the youngster.
What a nice at-bat by Jose Lopez, Dave. He made Ross work, and he was throwing his fastball, as you mentioned. He got his fastball velocity up to 94, 95, but Lopez was able to see about 4 or 5 fastballs. He was just quick on a 3-2 pitch, lined it into left center field, and the Mariners have the go-ahead run aboard.
And that is the first major league hit that he has given up to Jose Lopez. Franklin Gutierrez. That squared stance, and here comes the stretch now. And Ross has pitched to him. A little bit outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Brad Ziegler, meanwhile, continuing to throw behind him down the left field line. Nobody up in the Mariner pen. And now the right-hander ready. The 1-0. Check swing on the breaking ball that time. Ball 2. 2 balls. Beg your pardon, that is a strike. One around. So the count of the ball and a strike. Couldn't hold up. Tyson Ross's pitch. That is outside. Ball 2. 2-1. Doug Fister tomorrow. That's WED Anderson. And on down to Texas. Rangers beaten tonight by Toronto. Now the right-hander set. And the delivery on the way. Swinging a foul right at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catcher Rob Johnson is on deck. And pretty well bundled up out here right now, as it's about 9:45 at night here. And a slender right-hander is set to go. The 2-2 pitch to Gutierrez. High and inside this time, ball 3, 3-2. So Lopez will be taking off. And a ball in the gap might be able to score him from first base if it's hit hard all the way to the fence. Full count, 3-2. Tyson Ross is ready. And now he's stretched. And the runner goes. The pitch swung on. Ground ball. It's blistered fair. And it's down the third base line. And what a play by Kuzminoff, who smothered the ball. It came close to getting by him, and he just smothered the ball, got up and threw out. Franklin Gutierrez on as fine a defensive play as you'll ever want to see from a third baseman, and deny Franklin Gutierrez and the Mariners a hit to keep the inning going here in the 8th. Great play by Kuzminoff. No runs, a hit, and a man left. At the bottom of the 8th, 5-5 tie. Out a pinch hit for Jake Fox, and swing and miss at the first pitch thrown by Brandon League. And the next pitch on the way, fastball buzzes him up and in. So the count at a ball and a strike on Eric Chavez. Travis Buck to follow. Brandon League ready. And the 1-1 on the way to Eric. Here it is. And it's a little bit outside. Ball 2. 2-1. We're in the 8th inning of a 5-5 tie. And League back with the next pitch. And a swing and a foul straight back behind home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count. Chavez playing the first couple of games as a designated hitter. And now the right-hander's set. And the next pitch on the way. It's low, that's outside. Ball 3, 3-2. League rubbing up the baseball as he takes the glove off for a second. Tucks it under his right arm. Puts it back on his left hand and leans in to get the sign. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swinging the foul back on a fastball again. A 94-mile-an-hour sinking fastball at that. Brandon League, his ball moves all over the place. He says it's very hard for him to throw a straight pitch. And now again the 3-2 pitch. On the way. Swung on and popped up down the left field line. A long, long run for everybody down there. Can anybody get to it? No. Long run for Lopez, Jack Wilson, Milton Bradley, who's made a couple of outstanding plays out in left field. The count is full, and Eric Chavez 3-2. And League again with a 3-2 delivery to Eric. Swung on, ground ball, hit to shortstop. Right there's Wilson and Jack, an easy play, easy throw to first base in time for out number 1 here in the 8th. Too many babies are born with serious health problems. And Farmers Insurance is proud to be a part of the March of Dimes effort and invites businesses to individuals to join them in the fight against birth defects. So sign up today by visiting marchofdimes.com. Travis Buck has doubled in 3 trips to the plate. And he also drove in a run with that double back in the 4th inning. Actually, pitch is swung on and foul down the third baseline. He did not drive in the run. The run came into scores. Ichiro kicked his ball out in right field, and Derek Barton scored from third base after he was going to be held up. So Barton scored on the error, and Buck was not given an RBI. Here comes the 0-1 on the way to Travis Buck now. Inside and low. A ball and a strike. And Brandon League is next delivery. That's a little bit outside. Ball 2-1. We're 1 out into the bottom half of the 8th inning of a 5-5 tie. And League is next pitch on the way. Swung on, line drive, base hit, center field. That ball blistered into center field. And the third base hit off Brandon League in an inning and a third. And Cliff Pennington will be the hitter. The switch hitting shortstop of the A's. Going to have a pinch runner over at first base for Travis Buck.
And that's going to be Eric Patterson. He was ready to run, had Chavez reach safely, but he turned out to be a big first out for Brandon League. But now Patterson going out to run for Travis Buck.
So Eric Patterson, who can fly, is now over at first. And a conference at the mound. Bob Johnson and Brandon League. And we're going to get some action in the Mariner bullpen now. Pennington, that bat cocked. And Brandon League checks Patterson. And the pitch to the plate. Low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's his warming up. Mark Lowe.
And the right-hander set. The next pitch by Brandon. Swung on, line drive, left field. That's a base hit. So right in front of Milton Bradley, who fields it, and the A's has something going here with 1 out in the 8th. Runners at first and second. Back-to-back base hits. And Rajay Davis will be the hitter. Davis, a home run, a single. He scored 2 runs. And here comes Rick Adair. Out to the mound to talk to his pitcher, Brandon League. League hasn't fooled too many people since coming in the 7th. The first man he faced, Mark Ellis, hit a bullet into left field for a base hit and eventually came around to score. He also gave up a double down the left field line to Kurt Suzuki, but got away with it, giving up only the 1 run. But here with 1 out, he has given up 2 shots. One to center field by Travis Buck, and one to left field by Cliff Pennington. And Adair, after the quick visit to the mound, on his way back to the dugout. Here comes Rajay. "12 hits for the Oakland Athletics against Mariner pitching tonight. Brandon League right on top, bending down, trying to get a ground ball out here. Maybe a double play. Here's the pitch. And a step off and a look over at second base. Eric Patterson gets closer to the bag. Tough man to double up here. Rajay Davis. And the right-hander set. Here comes the delivery on the way. Low and outside. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. The Hawaiian native looks down one more time. And Brandon with a 1-0 delivery to Rajay. Swung on, one hopper hit right to third. Bobbled there by Lopez. Goes to the bag for the force out, but lost the inning-ending double play. As it was hit right to him. He knocked it down, went and got the force on Eric Patterson, but he lost any opportunity at what could have been an easy double play. And that's going to be it for Brandon League, as Mark Ellis is due up at the plate. The man who won it last night, he's going to be facing Mark Lowe.
On 710 ESPN Seattle.
Well, there we go as Mark Lowe comes in now and tries to get that final out here in the 8th inning against Mark Ellis. And Lowe is ready to go to work the pitch. Ellis takes way outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Cliff Pennington is at second base. Rajay Davis is over at first. In this 5-5 tie. Action in the A's pen, a right-hander is starting to throw. And now the right-hander ready. The 1-0 pitch on the way. And that's a slider, low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Brad Ziegler, the submariner. It looks like it might be Andrew Bailey. Going down in the pen. 2 right-handers. And now the low 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, ground ball down the third baseline. It's a foul ball this time, as it's gloved by Lopez, who will throw it out of play. In 10, Florida beat the Mets 7-6. In 10, Yankees beat Boston 3-1. We played 10 last night. And now the right-hander Lowe is ready for the 2-1 pitch to Mark Ellis. That is on its way. And it's down low off the glove of Rob Johnson. That'll be a pass ball. Rob Johnson had that ball get by. And everybody moves up 90 feet. Had the glove turned the wrong way that time. So Pennington moves to third. Rajay Davis down to second. And a 3-1 count on Mark Ellis. And the 3-1 delivery on the way now by the right-hander. Swung on and hit deep but foul. Down the left field line, way back into the stands. Way out in front of it. Full countdown. 3-2. Rob Johnson, a visit to the mound to have a quick chat with Mark. As Ellis gets back up there. Johnson comes back behind the dish. Time call by Ellis, who wants to step away. Here comes the right-hander set. And the 3-2 delivery on the way now. Swinging a foul at the plate. Of course, first base is open. So he's got an open base. Ryan Sweeney is on deck. Tight spot in the ball game right here. In the 8th. And the right-hander again. The 3-2 pitch to Mark Ellis. On the way. Strike 3 called. Bingo, baby. With an 86-mile-an-hour slider right at the knees. And that will be that here in the 8th. Nothing doing. A couple of hits. A couple left. And as we go to the 9th, Mariners 5. A's 5. As we move to the 9th inning of play, the Mariners are going to send up Ryan Langerhans as a pinch hitter here for Rob Johnson against Brad Ziegler, who's taken over on the mound. Gabe Gross is out in left field now for the Oakland Athletics, and Travis Buckspot. Here comes the pitch on the way to Langerhans, and it's swung on and fouled straight back up against the screen. So Langerhans getting his first plate appearance of the new campaign. Hitting for Rob Johnson. And the next pitch to Ryan. Breaking ball too far inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Ziegler's next pitch. Swung on and a high towering fly ball hit into straightaway right field. Not deep. And right there is Ryan Sweeney to make the catch. For out number 1. We'll pause for station identification on the Mariners Radio Network.
The Mariners run to October. Kevin Calabro.
KIRO Seattle.
So Jack Wilson will be the hitter now with 1 down. And a pitch. In his major league debut. Going 2 1/3 innings, giving up only 1 hit. Struck out 2, and he walked 1. So he was absolutely brilliant. And right now they're going to make a change as they're going to bring in a new pitcher to pitch to Ichiro with 2 away here in the 9th. We'll take this timeout. #21 when the Mariners take on the Orioles. That's when You can pick up a new Mariners calendar featuring your favorite players, courtesy of Verizon Wireless. For tickets, visit mariners.com. So Ichiro now is going to be facing the left-hander, Jerry Blevins, with 2 outs and nobody on, here in the top half of the 9th inning of this 5-5 tie. Ichiro has himself a base hit tonight. The pitch, and Blevins bends the curveball too far low inside to him. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Good gap out there in right center field for Ichiro. And Blevins is set. Here is the next pitch on the way to Ichiro. And that fastball is low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Nobody throwing down in the A's bullpen now. John Pickens is on deck. And the next pitch. And he shows bunt, takes the breaking ball outside, ball 3. 3-0 the count on Ichiro. Ichiro just may be green lighted here. He gets a fastball down the middle. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And he takes down low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Ichiro. And Sean Figgins, of course, a switch hitter up there from the right-hand side. Drove himself in his first Mariner run with a sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 3. Right-handed batter. Casey Kotzman on deck. And the move over to first base. And Ichiro scrambling back to the bag. Ichiro again is lead, inching away. And Blevins is look over there. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike on the outside corner. To Figgy on 1. Ichiro again inching away. And Blevins, his look over there. And the pitch. Swung on, line drive into right field, charging up to make the catch is Ryan Sweeney. There's a little bit too much air under it. So Pickens is gone, the Mariners are gone, and we go to the bottom half of the 9th. As we do so, it's the Mariners 5 and the A's 5. Off for the A's in this 5-5 tie. And the right-hander's first pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Mark Lowe trying to get the Mariners for the 2nd consecutive night in the extra innings. Now the young Texan is set. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Sweeney a high foul off the third base side now to play. Time now for the Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning box score. Milton Bradley's 1 for 3 with a home run, a couple of RBIs. Lopez has had a good night. He's 3 for 4 with a run, stolen a base. And Gutierrez is 2 for 4 with an RBI, and he's also scored a run. And the pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit, left center field. So the A's have the potential winning run aboard here in the bottom half of the 9th. As Sweeney lines a shot into left center field for his 2nd base hit. And Kevin Kuzminoff is due up and having a strategy meeting down there with his skipper about the bunt situation here, a hit and run, what they want to do. Kuz has doubled, and he's single. He's 2 for 4. Outfield quite deep here for the Mariners. Middle of that infield, looking for a chance to turn two. Even with the bag at third is Lopez. Here comes the low stretch. And the hesitation. And the throw over to first base. And Sweeney is back there standing up easily. Todd Steverson is the first base coach for the A's. And now the right-hander drops down the pitch. It's low. Ball one. One ball and no strikes. Throwing hard, 94, but missing. Kuzminoff, a long look down to third base. At Gallego. And now the low set. And the pitch on the way. There's a bunt out in front of the plate, picked up by Lowe. Looks to second, goes to second, just in time to get the runner there, Ryan Sweeney. Bang, bang play. Lowe never hesitated, and he threw a seed down to second base, right on the money.
He threw a strike over to Jack Wilson. Adam Moore was telling him, second, 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 you've got a chance. So right away when he got to it, he wheeled around and fired down to Jack Wilson to get the lead runner, Sweeney, one out and one away.
And here is Kurt Suzuki now. Suzuki, a big double to drive in the tying run in the seventh inning. Heard a double down the left field line off Brandon League. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. On one. Again, the check of Kuzminoff. And the pitch. That's low. A ball and a strike. Don't forget, we'll be with you a day game tomorrow. The Mariners flying down to DFW after the game. Here comes the right-hander's next delivery on the way. And that's too high this time. 2-1 to count. Kuzminoff being held on. Over at first base. By Kotzman, and the stretch. And the pitch on the way. And that's low. Ball three. 3-1. The dangerous Derek Barton, left-handed batter, is on deck. And Mark Lowe with the 3-1 delivery now. Swing and a foul straight back. Mighty swing by Kurt Suzuki. The count has run out full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Would they be sending Kuzminoff here with only 1 down? We'll see. Kuzminoff inches away. Now the stretch. The 3-2 delivery on the way now. Kuzminoff stays in it. Swing and a foul right at the plate.
Oh, man, and Adam Moore is hurt. He took that foul ball off his, I think, his left foot, and then it came back up and got him. And now the trainer, Rob Nodon, Rick Griffin. Rick Griffin is out there along with manager Don Wakamatsu. He just came in this ball game.
Well, the Mariners really don't have a backup catcher now.
No.
And I think he's going to be all right once he shakes away the cobwebs. You can imagine where it hit him.
Got him in a rough spot.
Yeah.
They're giving him all the time that he needs to try to get back on his feet right now. He's down on both knees and very, very wobbly now. He's just starting to stand up with the help of Rick Griffin. Yes, he is.
Boy, is he ever.
Oh.
So he's bouncing up and down on his toes.
Joey's getting loose inside that dugout.
Rick Griffin trying to give him as much solace as he can, along with the guy he used to catch, Don Wakamatsu, standing there, and Adam bending at the waist, and really trying, and meanwhile with a lot of empathy, but can't do anything about it. Rob Johnson watching down in the dugout, spitting out seeds, and Adam Moore nodding yes, up and down, yes, up and down. I think I'm going to be okay. And the young man puts that helmet back on, got a little bit of a smile on his face, but nothing's funny about it. I'll tell you this right now.
Not at all.
So he's hanging in there. They count 3 balls and 2 strikes, and the man who fouled it back knows exactly what he's going through. The A's catcher, Kurt Suzuki, has had that happen to him many times. Any catcher who's cut at all has had that happen.
Exactly, and now Adam Moore has to make sure that he can get out from behind home plate quickly just in case Kuzmanov takes off, or Adam has to make a throw down to second.
Full count, 3-2. And now the stretch. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. On the way, the runner goes. Swing the foul back. So Kuzmanov was taking off. He wasn't on the previous pitch. Low with a new baseball. Kuzmanov, his lead, and the 3-2 again. He goes, and it's swung on and hit foul again. Kind of threw the bat at the ball and hit off the end of the bat, went right back into the stands off the first base side. Full count again. And the right-hander set. Takes Kuzmanov. And the 3-2 delivery on the way. He goes. The pitch swung on. Fly ball into deep left field. Back on the ball is the Mariner left-hander Bradley. And he drops the ball out there against the wall. Around third base comes Kuzmanov. The throw is cut off. There is no throw to the plate. And the Oakland A's have won it. Milton Bradley went right back to the wall. Looked like he was going to make the catch. Could not, or it went off his glove. And the A's again have miraculously come from behind and won it by a score of 6-5. And they're dancing in the aisles here at the Oakland Coliseum.
3-2 pitch. It was, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th pitch that Mark Lowe threw to Kurt Suzuki. Well hit ball to left field up by the out-of-town scoreboard. It appeared that Milton Bradley may have had a chance for that ball. We get a chance to look at the replay one more time, but he could not make the catch, and Kuzmanov, taking off, scores the winning run. 6-5 Oakland, and they win it here in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Get another look at it as Bradley goes back there. It looked like it may have been over his head. May have been over his glove. Get another look at it here in a minute or so. Here's another shot, but it's a bad shot. As Bradley goes back, that ball's got to be caught. The ball's got to be caught. At any rate, run comes in to score. Oakland has won this one in 3 hours and 11 minutes. And the A's win it 6-5. We'll be right back.